What's going on, guys? So it is absolutely beautiful outside today. I mean, it's like 60 degrees, it's dry, it's sunny, it's kind of warm when you're in the sun. It's just absolutely fantastic weather. We had a get-together at the house last night. It was really cool. A lot of music, a lot of fun, a lot of friends, and yeah, it was just a really great time. I still have the RVs kind of set up in the position from that. You may be watching this video before some of the videos that I show you some of the things that we're doing out here with these RVs and why we're doing it this way. But you know, the point of this video is to talk a little bit about why I haven't been shooting RV reviews that much in the month of December. And there's a really good reason for that. Okay, so naturally we have the 2021 Coachman Brookstone right here. This is the 398 MBL collaboration unit that we helped Coachman design. So this is really cool. This is kind of the epitome of a collaboration unit, simply because this floor plan did not exist until I worked with the folks over at Coachman to design it. And next to it, we have the 2024 Forest River Surveyor Legend, another collaboration unit. This one's super cool. This one gives us the flexibility of towing a nice mid-sized travel trailer with different types of tow vehicles, whether it's a media vehicle, whether it's our own vehicle, and whether we're testing out weight distribution hitches or all sorts of other things. So, and in case you're wondering what the noise is coming from this RV are, again, that is the Laraff rodent repellent that we use inside of this RV. It's super cool. Did a full review on this. Actually, I've done several full reviews on that product because every time I mention it, people ask where I got it from. Just recently posted that video, so just go back a couple of days and you'll probably find it. That said, yeah, why haven't I been doing a lot of RV reviews? Well, the main reason for it is because I was in Elkhart, Indiana for the dealer open house, where essentially all the dealers bring their units out to showcase what's coming in 2024. I filmed a lot of units there, like 60 units. And prior to that, I was at the Hershey Show. And the Hershey Show also is a very popular venue for manufacturers to bring out a lot of their new floor plans. I went through, I rated about 60 of them at that show as well. I gave them stickers if they stood out in some way. I kind of gave it a best in show type of designation. Even though there were a lot of really cool units from a lot of really great manufacturers, you got to see the direction that most of them were going. And to be honest with you, if we want to talk about the current state of the RV industry, this is my feeling, this is my take on it. RVs in general are becoming far more fancy, luxurious, and different inside than they've ever been in the past. That is, I think that's easy for anybody to state. I think that's easy for anybody to see. The pricing on RVs has dropped down a little bit from where it was during COVID. So the pricing is still up there. It's still higher than it ever was 5 to 6 to 7 years ago. It's come down like 20%. It's still higher than it was, again, like 5 or 6 years ago. You can probably thank COVID as well as inflation, as well as politics and the economy and all sorts of different things on that. And when I say that, you're talking about the cost of importing materials, you're talking about the cost of manufacturing materials, and you're talking about the lack of the proper tools and people and resources to actually build stuff. So when you put all of that together, that drove the RV pricing during COVID up to this astronomical price for a lot of folks. But then again, pricing has come down a little bit since COVID. Material costs and things like that have also played a factor in that. But I digress. The reason why I haven't been throwing a lot of content out is because I filmed so much content at those two shows alone that it kind of flooded my channel with all sorts of different types of floor plans, all the new interiors, all of the new products that had hidden rooms, all of the new products that had these dedicated offices inside of them, or desk spaces, or storage solutions. And what I realized very quickly was that I would get out of one innovative RV, I would hop into another innovative RV, and they were all kind of copying each other. They were all kind of doing the same thing as somebody else, but the way they executed on it was a little different. They would put different colors, they would put different materials, they would put different things to try to make their unit stand out. Similar to when you're shopping for a home. You may see two floor plans that are almost identical. Shoot, even from the street, they may look completely different, but then you go inside, they're almost identical, except for maybe the paint or the fixtures or the cabinetry, things like that. And I'm starting to realize that it's hard to find true innovation. And when I say true innovation, I mean something that is game-changingly different, yet at the same time affordable for most people to go out and purchase. There are a lot of really, really cool floor plans. There are a lot of really cool innovations in terms of technology, but the minute you start kind of approaching the innovation side of it, the prices skyrocket. The minute you start approaching the unique interiors, well, those are becoming very, very common across all manufacturers. So the reason, again, why I took a break from posting a ton of RV review videos is I'm going to wait till early 2024 to start focusing on plans that are unique, innovative, and affordable, but also focus on technology, craftsmanship, as well as quality. So these are the pillars that I'm going to really try to hunt down in 2024. And I think what a lot of people will find out is the unique content that I put out on my channel in 2024 is going to be very unique in the sense that I'm going to really dive in and find out from an engineering standpoint, from a structural standpoint, and from just a build quality standpoint, what makes an RV unique, what sets it apart, even if it's at a lower price point, because I think that's the key, right? Building a high quality RV at an affordable price point that most people who are looking to buy an RV can afford, but they don't have to worry about the thing falling apart. Or just because it has a super cool, beautiful interior doesn't mean that they skimped somewhere else. So the goal for my channel in 2024 is to see which manufacturers or which divisions of manufacturers are focusing on refinement, are focusing on technology, and are focusing on floor plans in a way that sets them apart from others while still delivering that unit at an affordable price point. Now, one of the reasons why I collaborated with the folks over at Surveyor is because they check a lot of those boxes for me. When I walked through their units, and it took a long time for me to make a determination on if I wanted to work with this brand. And when I saw them at different shows, when I saw them at dealership lots, I would walk through them and go back to my videos from years ago. Look up my Surveyor content. I was always impressed with what I saw from a frame perspective, from a suspension perspective, from an interior perspective, from a fit and finish perspective. I was pretty happy with them. So working with them wasn't that difficult. And again, if I'm going to be towing something, and I'm going to be towing it with media vehicles, my personal vehicles, other vehicles, I do want to make sure that it's safe. I think Surveyor, for me, meets many of those criterias, but I think a lot of other brands do too. Jayco makes great products these days. There's a lot of reasons why you might want to look at those. There's a lot of other brands out there that are starting to check some of those boxes. They're starting to focus more on the construction of the unit when it's being pulled down the highway versus what the unit looks like on a dealership lot. And that is super important to me because I know that's super important to you. So if you're subscribing to my channel and you're wondering in December why there's so much content around products and different things, well, that just made sense, right? Because if I'm holding off because I want to show you guys the most innovative stuff out there, I want to show you guys some of the coolest things that RV manufacturers are doing, and I want to make sure I'm holding them accountable to quality control, to innovation, to technology, to interiors, to safety. Well, I want to make sure I do it correctly. And 2024 is going to be a big pivotal year for my channel because we're going to talk a lot more about what manufacturers are doing and what sets them apart from a quality perspective, from an innovation and a technology perspective. And then we'll focus on the interior more than anything. Now, one final thing, and this is more of a request, what would you like to see in 2024? Are there specific brands that stand out to you? Are there specific floor plans, models, technology, innovation that stands out to you? You guys know that one of the biggest differentiations between my channel and a lot of the other channels out there is how I like to focus on the structure. I like to focus on what might make an RV different from one manufacturer to another manufacturer from a towability aspect. What are they doing from a suspension aspect? And these are things that are important to me because I feel when you go out and buy an RV, the first thing that you're going to do, the first experience you're going to have towing in many cases, is towing it from the dealership to wherever you take it initially. And not having to worry about certain aspects of a trailer, to me, just leads to peace of mind, leads to initial confidence in towing, leads to you not having to worry about at least that one area that could normally stress you out. And that's one of the goals of my channel, is to focus around that. I can honestly tell you, in the last 3.5 to 4 years since I've been doing reviews, I have seen a huge, monumental shift in terms of the focus on the suspension, the focus on the tires, and the focus on the axles and capacities of RVs from a towability perspective. When did you see in the past this much focus on all these new suspension systems, all these new heavy-duty shackle straps, greasable wet bolts? When did you see that in the past? That was just not a thing. But in the last 4 years, you've seen manufacturers take a very hard look at what they're doing from a towability perspective to make them better. Shoot, even on Lippert frames where they're now putting the reinforcement on the shackle hangers. That's a big one. Almost universally, people would have said that is probably the #1 failure point whenever you tow a lot. And now look at it. Lippert, pretty much on every frame they have, reinforces the shackle hangers as a standard thing. That is really, really cool. You're seeing a lot more technology around fixing the old cable-driven slide systems. So it's a better system now, right? You have a better system that you just don't have to worry about as much. And the only way that we bring awareness around things that need to get better is through YouTube channels, through forums, through conversations, through social media. And I think that social media, I think that YouTube, and I believe that channels like mine and other similar channels really, really have done a great job in helping transform what the industry actually puts out in the market and is being pulled down the road. If you disagree with me, please leave a comment. If you agree with me, please leave a comment. I would love to know your thoughts. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment. This is an outstanding time. Hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, let YouTube know that you want more of this type of content. Let me know that you like the content, please, because I do this for you all, and quite frankly, this is one of those things that I think is important. I think a lot of people get into RVing and they're very nervous, they're very worried, and if we can turn the industry into something that is kind of this pinnacle of manufacturing in the United States, then I believe that's better for everybody, wouldn't you think? Anyways, guys, again, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we will talk to you again very soon.